Joe Kent was a Green Beret in the Army Special Forces. His wife also served in the military. She was killed in Syria in an actual ISIS attack. Joe Kent is running to represent the state of Washington in the Congress, and we're not ashamed to say we are rooting for him. He joins us tonight. Joe Kent, thanks so much for coming on. So no one's being punished for this, once again. What does that tell you?
No, it tells us pretty much everything we need to know. I think from the onset here, it's evident that the DOD, the military, had no plan to withdraw, and they've really been throwing a tantrum ever since. That's evident in the way that the whole withdrawal went, us leaving U.S. citizens behind. And then we've had this narrative that the Taliban is one of two things. The Taliban can be our new counterterrorism partner. With that will come the ability to transfer more wealth from the military-industrial complex, or that the Taliban cannot be trusted, as this strike has proven, and now we need to go back in. This over-the-horizon capability that Joe Biden talks about, that I think there is some validity to, that really is not a boom for the military-industrial complex. So really, when they were looking at the strike criteria for this hit, it was win-win for them. If it went well, then that proved that the Taliban could be trusted and we have a new partner. If it went poorly, oh well, too bad. Now we just have to go back in, and that's the course of action the Pentagon is going to continue to brief. They really there's no accountability and there's no actual onus on them to perform. And guys like McKenzie continue to talk about this stuff like it's just another day at the office. He did that after the 13 soldiers were killed. He said, oh well, these things happen. And then today, the bad strike that killed innocent women and children and probably radicalized more people, oh well, that's just another thing that happens. Zero accountability, and it needs to end.
Well, it's the lying, I think, that's the most corrosive. I mean, if your drone strikes the wrong target and innocents are killed, and you admit it and mourn their deaths and apologize and hold the people who made the mistake accountable, I think everybody understands in this country and around the world. But if you lie, if you pretend the vaccines work really well when they don't, or whatever, if you pretend there was a secondary explosion when there wasn't, then no one believes you at all. They don't see this?
No, they don't. They're too far in their own worlds with their individual desire to continue the war or to pursue whatever course of action they want, either finding that new counterterrorism partner or finding a justification to go back in. So the lies compound upon lies, and they're all concerned, from McKenzie to Milley to Austin, that if we start having accountability for the way that this botched withdrawal went, then we're going to start looking at when the lies started. And the lies go back decades in Afghanistan.
Right.
They go back to the beginning of the war on terror, the Iraq war, et cetera. So they don't want to start peeling away at that sweater that's going to dissolve very quickly.
Oh, it's such a shame. I suspect you're absolutely right in everything you said. Joe Kent, thank you.